never drinking again. It's no big loss. I'm never drinking again. With Aiden parents and Dan Ross.
Hello and welcome to the Never Drinking Again podcast. It's your boy Dan Ross.
And I'm also here, Aiden parents.
Eagle-eyed listeners will have noticed we didn't do a show last week.
What was that, Dan?
Because we were hungover.
Because we're big lads.
Yeah, we basically missed. We didn't record before the day we put the show out, and then the day we put the show out, we were meant to record. So the Wednesday, but on the Tuesday, we drank far too much, I would say.
On a Tuesday, we've got issues, man.
Well, no, we just have a different calendar to regular society. We're not Monday to Friday people.
I guess so, yeah.
But yeah.
You are also drunk on Fridays and Saturdays.
I didn't drink. I did. But I wasn't drunk on Friday or Saturday.
Right, okay.
I don't think so anyway. But yeah, every day is a day to drink. This is an alcohol-related podcast. We've got to big that up.
But also, sometimes, have a day off.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Sobriety does have its benefits.
Like one a month or something.
Yeah. Once a year. New Year's Day. But I was sick. Were you sick?
No.
I made the really foolish when I'd had a few, but there were leftover shots of tequila, and someone was like, and they were like, "Oh, who's gonna have these?" And I was like, "I will," and just. And that was just before we had to leave, and so I was quite drunk when we were there, but then I got home and was just trashed because I just had 4 shots of tequila in quick succession.
Yeah.
I was just at home I'm wasted and I have nothing to do except sleep. But yeah, so that's not the theme of today's podcast. We had sort of been struggling for ideas as well, as some of you may have noticed from the last episode we put out, because that was trash. But
I can't remember what that was.
It was... I can't remember either.
So it was really good. We
ended up doing BuzzFeed quizzes at the end.
Yeah.
Because whatever we were talking about, we ran out of talking about in
10 yeah, I think it was I'd just gone back to work that week. And
that was
very tired.
Yeah. I've just gone back as well. The steps have gone up drastically. From 4 to 30,000. But yeah, so the sort of theme of these lockdown episodes have been shared loves, and we only had 3, so we kind of ran out of them quite quickly. Yeah. But we've found a new one based on what happened yesterday, and that was Aston Villa getting outside of the relegation zone for the first time since February with a 1-0 win over Arsenal.
And me getting the longest direction of my life.
The longest in terms of size or
time? Duration,
yeah. It would be surprising if it was size. I've suddenly got a massive penis. Where were you when I needed you? But yeah, I am. So Aiden is an Aston Villa fan, so they're a little team from the West Midlands. I'm a fan of the biggest team in the West Midlands, Walsall FC. And Dean Smith is a bit of a... Well, most fans actually don't like him, but to me, he's a hero. So this episode is going to be focused around talking about Dean Smith.
But yeah, before you get into that, just... Because I was working last night. In fact, you were as well. You might have seen these guys. They were coming up from Central Sutton Coldfield. Obviously, they'd clearly been watching the game somewhere, a group of sort of early 20s lads, singing the football chants, which... I think they've made up because I've never heard it before, but it's my favourite one. It's
I do like a made-up football chant.
It's like a call and response thing, and I do like a call and response chant.
Okay, let's hear it.
All it was is just when Arsenal fans, suck your mum. Watford fans, suck your mum. Bournemouth fans, suck your mum. And that went on for a while. And then the guy doing the main bit, he thought it was Bruno Mars and started funking it up. And it was like, and Albion fans, suck him up. And Birmingham fans, suck him up. And I just really, really enjoyed him just having a real go at it.
That sounds lovely. Suck your mom. I'm a big fan of suck your mom as a chant or insult.
Yeah.
It's just so because it's kind of eccentric and bizarre, but also crude.
Yes.
Like, the whole idea, I just have the image of someone like unhinging their jaw and sucking their whole mom in one go.
Like a snake.
Yeah. So that's why I like it. I was. Are you not a bit worried that we're sort of like bigging up Dean Smith? Like you're still not
Prematurely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not worried about that because I still think he's a good manager, regardless of what happens on Sunday.
That's good.
I still think he's a good manager, and I still think we should keep him.
Okay, that's interesting because I mean, firstly, I'm going to say I don't care if we jinx it. It doesn't bother me. But the general consensus I got from sort of the Villa fans I know who live around me is that they don't like him. So I'm surprised.
Well, there's a poll on Twitter, and you know what Twitter people are like. They're very, very fickle, and it was sort of keep Dean Smith regardless of if we get relegated. Sack him only if relegated, or sack him now. And this was like just after the restart, so we had like 8 games left or something. And it was overwhelmingly keep him even if relegated.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah, it was like 60%.
Yeah. When I heard people be negative of him from a Villa side, it was like, how could you not love him? As a Villa fan, he's taken you up after. That was your second season in the Championship, second or third? Third season in the Championship. So
yeah,
you were struggling,
Well, he came in November or something of that year, and we were 15th.
Yeah, exactly.
Got us promoted.
So he's done that. A lot of big teams have struggled. If you look at Leeds, obviously they're back now, but they were in League One for 4 seasons.
Yeah.
From getting it wrong in the Championship. So he's a Villa fan, which I think is you've got to give him a bit more slack for that because he clearly cares.
Well,
he's clearly trying.
There is that, but it is also there's only so much that can sort of excuse you for.
Yeah, no, I agree, but it's the stuff
if you're crap, you're crap. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but for me as a fan, I don't like booing my own team, but I'm only really going to get on their backs if I feel like they're not trying. Whereas with Dean Smith, he's obviously trying because he's a Villa fan.
He is, but some of the players haven't been this season.
Oh no, yeah, you can see that.
We have had some terrible performances. That's where it comes from.
Yeah, but a lot of your signings weren't his.
No.
So, and then there's the whole sort of story around his dad, who was a steward.
Yeah.
At Villa Park, and he just passed away, and he had dementia, and Dean Smith went to see him before the playoff final and said, I don't know if you'll know this, but I'm going to come and see you tomorrow. I'm going to be a Premier League manager. It's narratively, you've got to love him.
Yeah. No, it's a great story. He's a great guy as well.
Yeah, he always comes across like a lovely bloke. Maybe sometimes too nice.
Yeah, no, I don't know. He seems like he can shout at someone.
Yeah, but I think he's one of those clever ones, and he keeps it in the dressing room.
Yeah.
He's not going to be a Mourinho and be like, Luke Shaw's too fat, I hate him. If you had a problem with the player, he'd tell them and then say they're a class to the press.
It seems, I'd like him to be my manager.
Yeah, I could see him being a good manager. Yeah.
If I was in a football team, he's who I would want to.
What kind of player would you be, do you think, Aiden?
Oh, a really technically skilled one.
Like a Xavi? Yeah. The type?
Yeah, let's go with that.
We could go with a Pirlo with the hair.
Yeah, I've got the Pirlo hair at the moment, definitely.
See, I've always viewed myself as more like a Zlatan or a Mitrovic, that eccentric striker. Could do something class, but could also just elbow someone in the face for no reason.
I mean, if I was being realistic, I'm probably more like Villa's winger Trezeguet. No footballing ability, but I'll just put the effort in and eventually get something.
I mean, that finish against Arsenal, that was class.
I mean, I really like him because he's the only one that works in a lot of games.
He's the best Trezeguet.
Yes.
There are a lot of memes of that on like Reddit and stuff after the game or so. Everyone's like, "We have the best Trezeguet," and everyone was saying he's the best Egyptian in the Premier League.
I mean, he is. Well, actually, El Mohammadi.
Yeah, you got El Mohammadi, Trezeguet, and then I can't really think of any more.
No. I mean, there used to be Amir Zaki. He was pretty good.
But Dean Smith Love. Oh. But in terms of Dean Smith Love, let's look at his career retrospective.
Right.
So he started off. So he's a player, sort of lower league player, centre back. He captain Leighton Orient for a long time, but he also played the Super Saddlers, Walsall FC for a long time. Not like a spectacular career, but a good, solid football league career. He then went into coaching, going back to the spiritual land of joy, Walsall. And he was a head of academy for a long time. And like, obviously for a team like Walsall, the academy is a big deal because
you're not signing many people.
Yeah, we can't sign. We can never buy someone. We can. So we need kids coming through. And he brought through a lot of good players. So I suppose the best one at the moment is Jamie Patterson, who's like in the Championship. But a lot of them came through, then played for him when he got the manager's job, and were really good. Then left and weren't as good. So I think that's a good reflection on him. A lot of players.
Well, yeah, it's probably he has a style, and he coached the kids to play that style, and then played them the first time.
Yeah.
What's I always find interesting as a player and as a manager, his styles are completely contrasting. As a player, it's like a no-nonsense defender, just
yeah,
take people out, and as a manager, it's a bit more of a calm and fluid dynamic.
Yeah, playing football the right way, kind of manager. Yeah. What's interesting in terms of his management is that when he talks about getting the Walsall job, he said he never wanted to be a manager. He wanted to work in academies, but we were so shit, and we had a guy called Chris Hutchings in charge, and we were very much about to get relegated from League One. Hutchings got sacked. Nobody in the Football League who was available wanted the job. So we gave it to Dino on an interim basis, and I don't know how he did it, but he kept us up. And then his reward for keeping us up was a smaller budget the next season. And then we just kept doing better and better, even when he was having money taken off him. And yeah, he was with us for 5 years and completely changed the club. And we were about to get promoted when bloody Brentford came a knocking and stole him off us. And then, he did a similar job at Brentford, but in the Championship.
Did he ever get close to promotion with them?
With Brentford?
Yeah.
I think they finished 7th a few times.
Okay. Just because this is their first season without him at all, and they're almost promoted.
Yeah, but the guy who's their manager was in his backroom staff, I believe.
Oh, so D. Smith's going to take all the credit for it.
Well, yeah, I think it's very much of his job. Yeah, the big thing he did with Walsall was obviously he took us to Wembley for this first time. So it was a good quiz question, or 3 Football League teams that had never been to Wembley. It was like us, Rochdale, and someone else. And then he took to Wembley. We lost to Bristol in the Dungeons Bank Trophy final, but it was still the thing, one of the biggest things, because we don't have.
Everyone likes going to Wembley. Doesn't matter. You like going.
It was a lovely day out, even though we lost. But the games in the build were the bigger.
Yes, it's probably quite sort of not easy, but easier to get tickets for that than when it's the FA Cup final.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Or any sort of big team at Wembley.
Yeah.
like Villa in the playoffs.
I know for a fact that a lot of Villa fans went to the Walsall because
Yeah.
a lot of fans. So where I live, Aldridge is in Walsall, but most people are Villa fans. You get the old Walsall fan like me just running around, but so a lot of Villa fans around this area, like Villa fans, but will go to Walsall when Villa are
Yeah.
away. And I remember a lot of them saying,
Yeah, because
"Oh
you
yeah,
want to support someone who's a bit better.
yeah." You
Probably,
want to,
especially back in the day, they would have been going up and they're like, oh, the team 20 minutes down the road have just won the European Cup.
yeah,
That's local enough for me to say that's my local team.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing we've always struggled with Walsall is getting supporters in. And when we won the Johnson Paint Trophy regional final, one of the commentators called us the club that lives in the shadow of giants, and that really is us. Because like,
Yeah.
imagine if you're a kid born now, you're born in Warsaw. It's like, do you want to go support this League Two club, or 20, 15 minutes away, there's a team that are in the Europa League called Wolves? Do you want to go see them instead?
Yeah.
Like, it's very easy to. I like supporting someone's shit. It's the highs are feel like bigger highs because we shouldn't have them. But like, if we win a game,
Right.
it's like the best feeling ever because it's so rare.
Yeah, I guess. So I grew up watching Villa be good,
Yeah,
and then I've watched them be very, very bad. Basically, almost since the season after I started watching football, we've just been crap.
yeah. It's not been great for. You got the FA Cup final.
Oh, great.
Hey,
Yeah, we've lost like 3 finals in the last few years. That's pretty good.
yeah, because the Johnson's Paint Trophy final, all these Villa fans were like, "Oh, we're going to go," so because it's very unlikely we'll get to Wembley, and that's when you got the semi-final and FA Cup and the final of the FA Cup, and it's like,
Right.
you've been 3 times this season now, lads. But so yeah, so he obviously did a great job at Walsall. Left, we didn't replace him properly, and now are in the 4th tier, not doing very well. So that's what I always said to a lot of Villa fans. It's like, get rid of him. You got to be careful what you get in because it wrecked us.
Yeah, that's it. It was always, if we did get rid of him, I'd like them to have someone lined up and not just get rid of him.
It'd probably be JT, wouldn't it?
Well, the rumours are still Sean Dyche,
Oh yeah.
but I'd have Pearson.
Pearson's a good manager, but every year or so he's going to do or say something that's going to mean you're going to have to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's having a go at Watford, but if you've seen the rumours swirling around of what he did, then they had to sack him.
I have not seen that, to be fair.
Well, I'm not going to say what they are, but because I don't want to get sued by Nigel Pearson or called an ostrich, but yeah, if you Google what the rumours are of what happened, you can find out, and then you can probably understand the club's decision a bit more.
I'll find that out.
Yeah. It allegedly wasn't entirely football. If it was entirely football related, then it is a stupid decision. But given Pearson's track record, then you can assume that it wasn't purely just a football decision.
Yeah, he does well pretty much everywhere he goes, and then
But he's a fucking lunatic.
Sacked.
Yeah. It's probably his lunacy probably helps him with his ability.
Maybe he does get players going.
That's the thing. Like, some managers are carrot, some managers are stick. Like, Pearson is just non-stop stick. Like, you can imagine him just smashing the shit out of you if you lose. The people like Deeney, they probably respond well to that, whereas like a cultured foreign centre mid is probably going to be like, what the fuck is happening here?
Yeah.
So back to Dino, who's not insane. He's very like the anti-Pearson.
Yeah, he's well mannered and calm, collected.
He
Keeps his head.
He did. He did a speech at either Birmingham Uni or Birmingham City Uni about management, and it's all on YouTube if anyone wants to watch. And it's really, really good. It's really interesting about like how to manage and how to get the best out of people. You can imagine him being very motivating.
Yeah, he's I like a calm manager style, like a Wenger style.
Yeah, I like when it's like you can just clearly know what their stance is, like where they stand.
Yeah.
With Pearson, you just always be walking on eggshells because he's so erratic. I can imagine him loving you 1 minute, then hating you the next.
Yeah, quite possibly.
But Dino would just be solid. So here's the big question. Do you think you're going to stay up?
Oh, because
You're
I'm
not gonna
not going to say yes and look like an idiot.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But so this is the first time since February the ball is in Villa's court. We're at the relegation zone. All we need to do is lose by less than Watford.
Yeah. Well, you just need to bet a Watford's result. And Watford are away at Arsenal, aren't they?
Yeah, Bournemouth could still get out of it.
Yeah, it would take a miracle, wouldn't it?
No, it'd take us and Watford to lose and Bournemouth to win by 2.
Who've Bournemouth got?
Everton at home.
See, Everton are very much on the beach.
Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely not out of the question.
Yeah. And then you've got West Ham.
Yeah.
Who technically can still go down if they lose to Man United. If they got spanked by Man United.
11-0.
And then
they lose 11-0 and then also lose.
But no, you're playing them as well, so that's
3-0.
Yeah.
There's a 14 goal difference to Overhaul.
From West Ham?
From the relegation zone for West Ham.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they are pretty much... I mean, you could feasibly overtake them, but that would take a lot.
No, we'd have to get 13 extra goals than them in the next 2 games.
But say they lost 5-0 to Man U.
And then we beat them 8-0.
No, 4-0 because you'd get the swing as well.
Oh, yeah. Right, so if they lost 5 and we'll beat them 4-0.
You'd have the same goal difference.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's just not happening.
No. We won't try and beat anyone 4-0. It'd be pointless. We're going to set up and just try and get...
I mean, if you draw with West Ham, you'd assume you're safe.
I'm banking on Arsenal having a bit of a response.
Yeah, I mean, Arsenal-Watford is also a bit of a derby.
Not really. Like
Well,
none of those teams cares.
No, but they don't like each other. Arsenal and Watford don't like each other.
Do they not?
It's like because the two clubs train within like a mile of each other. And so they're around the same area. And then there's the famous thing when Deeney said they have no balls.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's a bit of like, you know how like Arsenal had that big rivalry with Stoke for years? It's kind of the new version of that. It's just like the two teams that aren't really close to each other in terms of where the stadiums are, but just kind of really hate each other.
Right.
So
Villa Newcastle have a bit of that. Villa Newcastle's kind of like a rivalry, despite...
You're like similar size.
Yeah, similar size, kind of. Obviously, we relegated them twice in the last sort of 10 years or so.
I remember one of the games where Shearer was manager and you relegated them, and the banner said, "Who's next? Ant or Deck?" Very funny. If I was gonna, I mean, if you had to make a prediction, the most sensible prediction is that the current bottom 3 will go down.
Yeah, based on the games they've got. Obviously Villa have the easiest last game. Looking at the table, we're playing 16th. Yeah. Watford are playing 10th. Bournemouth are playing 11th.
God, Arsenal's 10th.
Yeah, Arsenal are crap.
But they beat City, like,
Yeah, they beat City, they beat Liverpool.
and then they lost to Villa. Yeah, I saw a lot of Arsenal fans just being like, for fuck's sake, this is so us.
They were terrible because they've got nothing to play for.
Yeah.
They don't really care about Villa. So against Liverpool, it's a bit of pride beating Liverpool.
Yeah.
Against Man City, it's the cup. Against Villa, it doesn't matter. They can't get into Europe.
Yeah, especially because of the CAS decision in favour of City.
Yeah.
Because the best they can finish is 8th, which could have been Europe, but it's not.
Well, the best chance of Europe is winning the FA Cup.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what they're focusing on. So I'm hoping that they have a bit of fight in them just because they were embarrassed.
Yeah. And the way their fan base is as well, they'll be like, for fuck's sake, lads, sort it out.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because there's no...
I know there's no fans, but there'll be people like kicking off on Twitter and what have you.
Yeah, they generally tell people don't look at Twitter.
Yeah. Good advice, general.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I go on Twitter and I'm just like, God, people are very filled with hate.
Yeah. But I think no fans has really helped Villa.
Yeah, I was talking...
And a lot of teams down there, actually, because we've played a more sensible defensive game.
Because you've not got that pressure that...
At home, fans will get on your back if you're playing sensible and defensive and boring. And then you go and attack and throw everyone forward for the fans, then you get countered and concede.
Yeah, it's been interesting. Like a lot of clubs, I've noticed, have done a lot better when their fans aren't there. So, like, obviously, before they lost to you, Arsenal were doing much better. I think their base are the ones that do get on their backs quite quick. West Ham as well have done a lot better. And again, I think their fans are the ones that get on their back quite quickly.
But again, especially with Moyes, he also plays a sensible defensive game.
Yeah.
Which people don't want to see that.
Exactly. Yeah, if you paid your money, you don't watch drop.
Yeah, football fans can't seem to understand it's better to win 1-0 than lose 4-0 when you need to survive in the Premier League.
Yeah. Conversely, someone like Palace, they've been shit since without fans, and their fans are obviously seen as like the best in the league. So it's interesting to see just what role fans actually do play.
Villa always, with many seasons, I don't know if every season, but about half we seem to have better away record than home record. Yeah,
it says a lot.
And then
Villa
people are like, oh no, we've got the best home fans in the country. So, well, why do we do better away then?
Yeah. Why do our players enjoy being away from us?
We got good away fans also that they pretty much sell out every away.
Away fans are always better than home fans.
Yeah.
Just as a general rule. But, it's a big day today in
the final day of the championship.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck, is it that as well? Shit.
The final day of the championship, and Birmingham City could still go down after I've had Blues fans giving me all year about Villa getting relegated.
Yeah, they've sacked their manager, haven't they?
Yeah, it's like Gary Gardner now.
Yeah, they could still go down. And there's the whole Baggies and Brentford and Fulham as well.
Yeah. I mean, what a week this could be. Villa survive, West Brom miss out on promotion, and Blues get relegated.
The only thing West Brom got going for them are they're playing the two teams that go against them are from West London, and they're playing the only other team from West London in the Championship, QPR.
Yeah.
So they might just roll over. Not that I'm doubting, the sporting pedigree of Queen's Park Rangers players, but they've got nothing to play for, have they?
Yeah, but the players aren't like fans of QPR. They don't really care what happens to Fulham or Brentford.
Yeah, that's true.
The players are competitive athletes who want to win every game, or who should want to win every game.
I remember the West Brom, the Great Escape, and they had Portsmouth on the last day, and they could have relegated Southampton, and the Portsmouth fans were booing their own team. Like, don't score. But yeah, so Brentford Barnes, that should be 3 points for Brentford. West Brom QPR.
It should. That's it. Yeah, Brentford should win.
West Brom QPR and Wigan Fulham. Wigan just won 8-0, didn't they?
Yeah, there's 7-0 left at half time against Hull.
That's crazy.
Which is, yeah, that is mental.
And then you've also got the Champions League permutations tonight in the Premier League. Man U, West Ham and Liverpool, Chelsea.
Yes, and Leicester. So, is Leicester tonight?
No, Leicester aren't playing tonight. Leicester have only got one game left, and it was Man U.
Who did they play?
They lost to Spurs
Oh, yeah, that's it. For the
during
week.
the FA Cup week, which was good. But yeah, it's an interesting one. There was this something I saw that said Man U can't guarantee. So in the next 2 games, Man U can't guarantee Champions League football with 3 points, but they can guarantee it with 2.
What?
So because Man U got Leicester on the final day,
Yeah.
basically, so if they draw tonight and draw against Leicester, they'll be in the Champions League.
Yeah.
So 2 points will get.
Oh, right, but if they win tonight and lose.
Yeah, but if they win tonight and then lose, then 3 points. So it's a very weird one. Like, how do you play it?
Well, you just try and win all the games. Is how you play
essentially.
it. That's my football advice, Dan. My managerial
really weird
expertise, just try and win every game.
The West Ham game, this game really doesn't matter because of playing Leicester on the final day and having a game in hand on them. This game in hand really doesn't matter. I suppose if Chelsea lose to Liverpool and Man U win, that's a big.
It does matter because if Man U get result tonight, then a draw will do it.
Yeah.
But if they lose tonight, then they need to win.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, just don't lose. But it's still in their hand.
If they win and it's a good margin, they just need to lose by less than that.
Yeah. It's so weird.
Same goal difference and same point. So yeah, you got and batter them.
Yeah, but West Ham are decent. West Ham have been decent during lockdown.
Yeah.
Antonio is a quality player.
Obviously.
I really rate him. And then they spent all that money on Haller, and they already had someone who they at one point played at right back, who's a better striker.
I do like David Moyes.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I feel sympathetic for him. Like, everyone views him as this like absolute piece of shit rubbish manager, and it's like, are you forgetting what he did at Preston and Everton for all those years?
Yeah.
He had one high-profile flop, and everyone now thinks he's a joke. Similar to Hudson, like.
Well, he had a bit of a wobble at the teams he went to. He went to Sunderland, was it, and Sociedad or Zaragoza or something. Yeah. He didn't do well there, but
it'd be hard because obviously his career had been like a full-on upward trajectory.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it's just like boom, like high-profile failure, and it would be hard to bounce back from. But yeah, I think he's done a good job at West Ham.
Well, I mean, Roy Hodgson, similar. He was Fulham, did well with them, then got the Liverpool job, did bad. Got West Brom, was it? Did well. Got the England job, didn't do well.
Yeah, and then Palace, and he's like 70 odd.
Yeah, he's also managed like Inter Milan and stuff.
Yeah,
which I always forget.
He's like weirdly really hated by Inter Milan because he sold Roberto Carlos.
Oh, really?
And it's like they could never get a good left back for years, and they're always like, it's Hodgson's fault. But yeah, it's strange. Like, Moyes at one point was heralded as like so great, and everyone was like, "Oh, he's one of the best in the league." He was at Everton, and then suddenly,
well, yeah, because he got Everton into the Champions League.
And then suddenly
spent like 10 million.
And then suddenly in the space of a year, he's like a joke. It doesn't make sense.
And then every manager since him for Man U was like, oh, maybe Moyes wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just
Ole's doing all right.
Who?
Ole's doing all right.
He's doing all right now.
Yeah, he was nearly sacked at the start of the season.
Yeah, he still has some really bad results.
Yeah, he's still quite naive. I think.
Still, Mourinho finished second with the similar
Well,
team,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "Nah, that's not good enough."
Well, no, but
And then it's like, "Oh, we could get Europa League, guys. Well done. Ollie's at the wheel."
the problem with Mourinho is he's a dick, and if you're a dick and it starts going badly,
Yeah,
you especially like a dick.
it's also boring. You have to, if you're playing football like he does, you have to win things.
Yeah, because it's just an easy way to get on your back. Like,
Yeah,
boring football and not winning is just you need to do at least one.
So I was going to struggle at Tottenham. Like Pochettino, you can forgive Pochettino a lot because they were exciting to watch.
Yeah. But Jose, he's got good sound bites, and obviously had a great career. I think he's a bit of the times football may have gone past him now. I don't think he's quite on track with the modern game. It's like how Wenger was. Like Wenger revolutionised football.
Yeah.
Well, revolutionised the Premier League at least. And then everyone caught up with him. And then suddenly like, oh fuck.
Now Wenger was still good. He just didn't get. They didn't have the same budget as other clubs.
That's true. And Arsenal fans are fucking annoying. Like.
Yeah. It's just if you can only spend 20 million a season and everyone else in the top four is spending 60, 70 million. What can you expect? Still finished above Tottenham every year.
Yeah. Not anymore. Not this season. St. Tottering's Day has been cancelled again.
Yes. But I think under Wenger, I think he still did every year, didn't he? Or maybe his last season he did.
Other than his last season, yeah. Because there was the famous one where Tottenham was second behind Leicester for like all the season, and then suddenly finished third. So where do you think Arsenal was second the season Leicester won the league?
Yeah.
And Pep was in England at that point.
Yeah.
Mad that those things in my head don't correlate as being the same time, but they were.
Yeah, Wenger finished second with Arsenal in like one of his last seasons.
Yeah.
When he was apparently finished.
I'm Wenger.
I mean, he was 10 points behind Leicester, but...
Yeah, but still. I mean, and everyone was shit that season. Like City, Chelsea, Liverpool, United, all shit the bed.
Yeah.
But, to summarise, there's only one man we care about. And that is Dean Smith, the Ginger Mourinho. Even though he's better than Mourinho, do you call him Ginger Mourinho?
I don't know. I thought that was Dyche.
No, that was us for Dean Smith. We invented that.
Okay.
May have nicked Burnley. Was it Burnley or Watford? Well, whoever nicked that off us. He eats worms, so we don't care about him. Talking about Dean Bloody Smith.
Yeah, if you type in Ginger Mourinho into Google, it comes up with Sean Dyche.
Fuck Google. I don't give a fuck about Google, yeah. I don't know why I'm getting so worked up. I think we did nick it off them, but we always called him Ginger Mourinho.
Well, have you got anything else to say about him?
No. Have you got anything to plug?
Other
than your gaping asshole.
No, I'm not doing anything.
Uh-huh. Neither am I. Well, I'm putting some videos on our YouTube page sporadically, so yeah, just subscribe to that, guys.
Yeah, don't go out there licking door handles just yet.
Yeah, stay safe, but don't stay entirely home. You can go out a bit if you like.
Yeah, have a few drinks.
But be set book. Like that's the one thing I would advise. Friday and Saturday, if you want to go out for a drink, book somewhere.
Depends where you want to go. Some places don't do bookings.
Yeah, but it's still advisable anyway because there's a limited amount.
Not if they don't do bookings. It's not advisable to go somewhere to book somewhere that doesn't do bookings.
Yeah, but that would be dumb. Well, I suppose because a lot of people book and then don't turn up, which is fucking annoying. Don't do that.
Yeah.
If you're gonna book, fucking go, or at least call up, say I can't come because table space and chair space is very limited at the moment.
Yeah.
And you can't stand up. Like, someone came to me and was like, "Oh, don't worry, we'll just stand up the bar." And I was like, "No, you won't."
Yeah.
Because I was on the door on Saturday. I had to turn away Aiden's friends, which I felt very bad about.
It's alright, they're twats.
Well, I thought they were lovely. They were very polite. They were probably our only listeners. But there were 9 of them, and we didn't have space. If you're going to go as a group of 9, book, I would recommend. On a Saturday.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's because people weren't taking bookings for groups that big, because you're not supposed to be having groups that big.
No, we would have.
Really?
Yeah, because we can put them outside.
Okay. Noted.
I like the idea that you actually had like a little diary there and you took a note.
Maybe I'll book for this weekend.
Maybe you will. Wait, surely you're working though.
Well, I'm supposed to be coming to your place on Friday night.
Okay. Book.
Remember when book meant cool? That was a fun time.
What?
Book used to mean cool. It was like
It was after my time. When was this?
This was when like not the first mobile phones, but like the old Nokias were popular. Because if you type "cool" on the keypad, the first suggestion was book.
Oh, I have no recollection of that. But it sounds weirdly familiar, but I have no recollection of it.
Yeah. If you type "cool," predictive text would say book. So book became cool for like a year or so.
I just said safe for everything. I never say safe anymore.
Safe. Yeah. Safe was fun.
That was like 50% of my vocabulary. Now I never say. Because it meant
I always preferred like respect.
Respect. That's a bit Ali G.
I love a bit of respect.
But safe was like hello. It was like yes.
Yeah.
How are you doing? It was cool. You just have conversations with like say. But yeah, we rambled off a bit there. But this is the end of the show. Thanks for sticking around.
Oh, they haven't. We can say what we want. You all twats. I don't care.
Fuck all y'all. If you want to fight me,
no one's listening.
I'll listen when I edit it.
No one is listening right now.
I mean, that's not even true.
No one cares about Dean Smith. No one cares about us.
Let's test this theory that no one's listening. So, go on our Instagram, on the last thing we posted, leave a comment to show that you're listening, and that comment has to be the next word that Aiden says.
Bingo.
Okay. So we're looking for anyone, to leave a comment on our last Instagram post, which I don't even know what it is. The word bingo. Let's check what the picture is. I mean, this is good broadcasting right here.
Yeah.
So it's a picture of the German footballer Kunz. So yeah.
On the 14th of May. Oh, we're really good at this.
Yeah, we're social media. We're influencers. So just leave a comment saying bingo to show that you listened to this point to prove Aiden wrong.
If you're wrong, no one's going to leave a comment.
We're so gutted when there's no bingo comments. But yes.
There's going to be no bingo comments. No one is listening.
But thank you very much for listening. And we will see you next week, probably, if we don't get hungover again.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't care anymore.
We're renegade. Yeah, we really need to get back.
We'll be back in the studio soon.
Yeah, we keep saying that.
Yeah, but like gyms and stuff are opening up, so it won't be long until
Yeah, at the moment it's limited to 2 households in our studio.
And but
we don't live together.
You know, with sports coming back, like
it's got to be soon.
Sport coming back with up to 30 households.
I mean, I reckon we could just do it, and they wouldn't say anything.
Well, I'm playing football like next week.
All right. Yeah, so we should be able to record. Hopefully soon, the podcast will be good again. Because it's been bad longer than they've been good.
That's not. Yeah, I mean, should we just fucking call it quits?
I'm just thinking about calling it quits on live, to be honest with you.
Oh, yes, please. Take me, Daddy.
Okay, and on that note, we'll end the podcast there. Goodbye, listeners.
Yeah. Bye.
I'm never drinking again. It's no big loss. I'm never drinking again with Aiden parents.